All right, let's talk about 10 animated films that I think the Criterion Collection should release on Blu-ray or DVD. At the time of recording, the Criterion Collection only has 8 available animated films on DVD or Blu-ray. And they have been doing better recently, releasing Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Wall-E, and last year's Flow. So I think this is a great time to really expand their collection and start to highlight some of these amazing works of art. And my list is not in any sort of ranking order, it's just in order of release date. And the last 3 will be special box sets that I think would be pretty cool. Son of the White Mare by Marcel Jankovic, 1981. I should just say, I'm not super well versed in talking about film. This is my first video, so I'm just going to kind of throw out the movies that I think would be good and don't expect too much in-depth analysis here. But I will say Son of the White Mare has to be included. It's such a work of art and it really paved the way for indie animation since it came out. It's a psychedelic retelling of this mythological folklore story, and it's just so engaging and really creatively done. But really it comes down to the visuals and how simple yet intricate it is. It's really a must-see and also a must-have if it comes out on Criterion. Ghost in the Shell, Mamoru Oshii, 1995. Ghost in the Shell is the first animated movie on my list, and I think it has to be on there. A lot of people might say Akira or other films in that lane, but I think Ghost in the Shell really has that futuristic representation of the AI and the digital threat to come, and I think it's just so creative the way it's done. The characters are interesting, the story keeps you guessing, and I think it really needs to be a part of the Criterion Collection. Mary and Max, Adam Elliott, 2009. Mary and Max actually broke my heart the first time I saw it. It was such an emotional time and experience. The claymation, it really grips you, and it can be so expressive. The way that it's done with the gloominess, but also the sparks of red that appear in the movie. It's really a unique film by a unique director who his attention to detail while making this movie is so impressive, and it's just something that you got to dive into. It's Such a Beautiful Day by Don Hertzfeldt, 2012. Speaking of really unique directors, Don Hertzfeldt is one of them. From my understanding, it's completely hand-drawn, but with elements of water and different colorings mixed in. It's these simple doodles, but they express such intricate and complex emotions that really represent life. It's about this guy who's suffering from dementia, and he's trying to figure out his life and reflecting on his life, and it's heartbreaking and it's relatable, and it's just a crazy representation of what it means to be human. It's one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen, so I think it definitely needs to be included in the Criterion Collection. The Tale of Princess Kaguya, Isao Takahata, 2013. Of course, almost all the Ghibli films are beloved and could probably fill a spot on this list, but I decided to go with Princess Kaguya because of the pure visuals of the watercolor animation style. It's something that I don't think has been done to this level and this quality ever. It's really masterfully created, and it has so much love and attention and purpose behind it. It's a longer movie, but every moment is powerful and intentional. And I think it really represents the world that it's coming from. And for that reason, I had to include it. My Life as a Zucchini, Claude Barras, 2016. My Life as a Zucchini is another claymation film, but it differs from Marion Max. It has a childlike creativity, and you can tell that it was very imaginative when it was being created. And I just find it so entertaining to watch, but it's also a very touching story that will make you cry. And it is about belonging and love and growing up and friendship and all of these things. And I think it's just too powerful of a movie to leave out. Tux and Fani, Albert Burney, 2019. This was originally released as like a short episodic series on YouTube where every episode was about a minute long. Upon its completion, it was just created into a feature-length film. And I find it personally so inspiring. And it also, like a lot of the other films, in a weird way, perfectly encapsulates what it means to be human and what it means to be loved and have a home and navigate life. I love this little strange film and its weird art style and its very digital existence, but how it can represent so much more. And I think Albert Burney is so creative and forward thinking, and not just forward thinking, but like thinking outside the box. He's always willing to do something that other people haven't even thought of before. Ralph Bakshi, Essentials box set, including Fritz the Cat, 1972, Heavy Traffic, 1973, Coonskin, 1975, and Wizards, 1977. This is the first box set that I'm recommending, and it's a little bit of a weird one. These movies aren't as well known as the other movies I'm suggesting, but they're really important because Ralph Bakshi, the director and the animator, worked so hard independently to create these movies, and they faced so much criticism and so much denial because they were really the first adult animated movies. It was the first time where a director and a creator was started to push the medium beyond just this is for children or this is for families, and said, how can I show my life through this? And these movies, they are controversial and they are sometimes difficult to watch. And I'm not saying they're all great movies, but they all really mean something. And they mean something to Ralph Bakshi. He puts a lot of his own personal life into this and his own beliefs and values. And I think that we wouldn't have a lot of the animation that we have today without him. Satoshi Kon box set, including Perfect Blue, 1997, Millennium Actress, 2001, Tokyo Godfathers, 2003, Paprika, 2006. This is Satoshi Kon's entire filmography, not including his miniseries, Paranoia Agent. But all of these films are essential, really, to anime and also animation in general. He's one of the biggest directors, animators, creators, to come out of Japan, along with Miyazaki. Is that how you say his name? Along with Miyazaki and the other Ghibli animators. And his movies are so surreal and intense and personal and human and heavy, really. Each one goes places that I'm not prepared for it to go to. And you're really just on this unnerving ride every time you watch one of his films. And it's just incredibly sad that he wasn't able to make more films. So I think it's important that we really appreciate these four that he was able to give us. Irish Folklore Trilogy box set, including The Secret of Kells, 2009, Song of the Sea, 2014, and Wolfwalkers, 2020. All of these films came out of the Cartoon Saloon studio It's really cool that these movies exist and that they came from such a wholesome place. There's so much animated slop nowadays, but these movies, I don't know what kind of budget they had, but you can see the love and you can see how much they care about getting the Irish folklore accurate in these movies while still making them entertaining and visually just so interesting. They are geared more towards kids and families, but I watched them as a 26-year-old and love them myself. The messaging and purpose embedded in these stories is so important, and it's still relevant to kids and all people today. So I'm just glad that these movies exist, that we can still, consume and learn from these timeless stories. And that's why I think that they need to be included in the Criterion Collection so that more people can appreciate them and experience them. So those are my 10 recommendations for animated releases, animated films that the Criterion Collection should do. I think now is the perfect time for Criterion Collection to start actually reaching out and expanding the movies that they're including in their releases. And I think it's really important that we start recognizing how powerful of a medium animation is. That was kind of the thought behind this whole thing. Sorry for just rambling. I didn't write a script for this really, so my thoughts are just kind of going all over the place. But really, I just wanted to share my list and get my thoughts and recommendations out there. And really, you can just go check these out for yourself and come up with your own opinions. And also share your suggestions with me in the comments if you want. Let me know what you thought, and thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.